Hi everyone, my name is Sean. Today we're going to be learning how to code our own badges for our products. In this example here, we have a product, and when we hover over it, we can see our little badge called Six Pack does a little animation. So I'll be showing you guys how to do that and how we can uniquely assign badges to our products based on the tags we assign on the back end. So let's get started. I also wanted to mention that we're almost at 50 subscribers on the channel. I really appreciate everyone's support, and I really hope these videos have been helping you guys with your Shopify coding. So to start, I really quickly want to show you how I even make my product badges to begin with. I use Canva. I really like them for making nice professional looking graphics, but you can use any software that you like. In this case, I searched for elements called badges, and quite a few options came up. In this case, I selected this one right here. I adjusted the color, and I just threw some text on it. When you save your badges, you want to make sure you're saving them as PNGs with a transparent background, as well as making sure that the badge itself doesn't have a lot of white space around it. So make the badge as close as possible to the edge. In terms of the image size and dimensions itself, I typically create a square badge, and the dimensions are 300 pixels by 300 pixels. After that, I plug the PNG I have into a website like TinyPNG. That way we're getting the same quality of image, compressed down even further. That way we can be certain that our website isn't going to be slowed down by these nice badges we're going to be adding. Once we've finished creating our optimized badge, we can go into our back end of Shopify and go to our settings area and then to our files area. We'll upload the file, and then it'll be ready for us when we need it. Next, we'll go into our themes area on the back end of our Shopify store by going to online stores and then themes. And it's always good practice to make a duplicate of your current live theme. In my case, here's my duplicate here, and I've named it product badges. That way, any changes we're making in our development theme will not affect our live store. Next, we're going to press Actions, Edit Code. And now we have to actually find a spot in our code where our badge is going to go. So to do that, I'm going to actually preview our store here. I'm going to go to our collections page, and I'm using Chrome right now, and on Chrome the keyboard shortcut is Control-Shift-C, or you can right-click and press Inspect. And so I know my badge, I want it to go in the container above the image in the collection, so I'm going to click this here. And I can see here that the image is right here, and it is contained within a div that has the class media, media transparent, media square, media hover effect. So I need to find these classes somewhere within my code because that's where I'm going to put my product badge. I'd also like to point out that I'm using the Dawn theme, but this tutorial pertains to any theme that you're using for your Shopify store. We simply need to find the code that renders our collection page. So I'm going to search for the word collection. And in the Dawn theme, it is a file called main collection product grid. So let's go into that. For your theme, this file will probably be called something different if you're not using the Dawn theme. And I'm going to scroll down and find where our products are looped through, and that is right here. Inside this loop, we are rendering a snippet. I'm going to click into that, and within this file, we will find our image that we were searching for a moment ago, and we'll see the classes we were looking for as well: media, media transparent, and media hover effect. So this is the spot where we're going to put our badge. To make sure that we're in the right spot, we can go above our div that we're looking for and add some text like test. Let's save that and go back to our preview, and we see that the text test has been rendered where we want our badge to be. So we know we're in the right spot. So I'm going to delete this test text and go to where I want my badge to be. So I'm going to add a custom class that's going to hold my badge. In this case, I'm going to call mine Six Pack Badge. But depending on the badge you're creating, this class can be called whatever you like. And I'm going to save that. Next, we're going to add the badge we created to this class that we've also created. And to do that, we're going to find our CSS file. And in Dawn, there's actually quite a few CSS files. In your theme, there may only be one main CSS file, and that's completely fine. we'll just add the styling to that. But in this case, Dawn has a badge CSS file, which I thought was a perfect spot to add our own styling for the badge that we're creating. We're not actually going to be styling our class that we've created. We're actually going to be styling a pseudo element of the class we created. So we'll type 6pack badge, and we're actually going to type 2 colons and then after, and then we'll do our opening and closing curly brackets. And what this is going to do is create an element after the class we call here. And doing this allows us to position the badge wherever we like. Anytime you use an after selector, we also have to include a property called content. And in this case, it's going to be left blank, but I want to show an example where we actually fill it with some content. You'll often see it filled with text. So this is a test. That's what I'll put in my content. And in order to see this, I'm going to position our element that we've created absolutely. Position absolute, and let's save that. And back in our store, we can see this is a test has been rendered here. I'm also going to adjust the positioning, so I'm going to put this element 20 pixels away from the top, and I'm also going to do 20 pixels away from the left. Let's save that. And now you can see that the text has been bumped down 20 pixels from the border and 20 pixels from the left of the border. So we're going to delete our test text, but again, we're going to leave the content property there, just blank. And now we're going to add our background in, which is going to contain the image of our badge. So we're using the shorthand property background. We're going to set the background color to transparent. And we're going to get the URL of our actual image. And that is going to be in our file area. We're just going to click the copy link button here. And we're going to paste that in between the parentheses. We're also going to make this image not repeat, so no repeat. We're going to center it, and we're going to also contain the image. Save that. And in order for this to also show up, we're going to need to specify a width and a height. So I'm going to set the width to 25% and the height to 25% as well. Save that. And now we have our badge showing up. So functionally, our badge is done. For fun, I'm going to show you guys a little animation you can add to your badge as well. I'm not going to go into too much detail on CSS animations. I'll leave a link in the description below. So I'm just going to copy and paste the keyframes I already have created. So here they are. And just quickly, I've created an animation here, and it's called Shake. And over time, it is rotated at various degrees. So I want this animation to run on my badge when I hover over my product container. So if we go back and inspect our product here, we have our image, and I want it to run not only when we hover over the image itself, but also this text and the price. So I'm going to go up in my hierarchy, and as I continue hovering, you can see the colors selecting our elements. As I continue going up, we can see that this class here, card wrapper, is pretty good, and it covers all the things I want my animation to trigger for. So I'm going to use this class card wrapper, copy that. I'll just paste that here, card wrapper. And when you hover over the card wrapper, I'm going to take this class. When you hover over the card wrapper, I want our pseudo element to animate. So animation, shake, and it's going to occur over 1.5 seconds. So I'm going to save that. And now when I hover, we have our nice shake animation. The last thing we need to do is to allow for selecting which products we want our badges to show up on, because right now the badge is showing up on all products. So to do this, we're going to be using product tags. If we take a look at the documentation on Shopify's website for the product object and search for the word tag, we can find an attribute that we can actually use to help us sort through our tags for our products. And I'll link this page in the description. Let's go back to where we've added the class 6pack badge. And we're going to wrap this class within some logic that checks for the occurrence of a tag on a product. So remember, in Liquid templating language, whenever we're doing something related to logic, we use the notation curly bracket %, and we're going to close it with curly bracket %. So within that, we're going to say if product dot tags contains, and I'm going to look for the tag called 6-pack badge, and I'm also going to close that if statement then on the other side of this class with end if, and make sure that there is a space after the end if and the start of the next class. For some themes, that'll be it and everything will be working. For the Dawn theme though, and other themes that use snippet files, we're going to have to access our product object a little bit differently because snippets don't have direct access to variables created outside their files unless we explicitly give them access. So if we go back to our collection file, we can see that we're rendering our product card snippet and we're passing the product object under a new name called product card product. So we're going to take that name, let's copy that, and in place of the text product here, we're going to place product card product, save that, and now when we go back to our store, we'll see our badge appearing only on the product that I've assigned the tag 6-pack badge to, and in this case I assign it to my Stress Balls product. And that's it. I hope this tutorial has been helpful for you guys. I can't wait to hear what types of product badges you come up with. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.